Hello, and thank you for joining us once again on this journey to demystify the art of marketing. It's great to have you here as we delve into another episode geared towards giving you the tools and knowledge you need to stand out in a crowded marketplace. In today's discussion, we will focus on something that's absolutely crucial for anyone looking to make their mark: personal branding. But we're not just talking about any branding. We're focusing on practical, actionable branding strategies that will help you carve out your own space and become a respected authority in your industry. So whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your existing brand, this episode is designed to provide you with the insights and steps necessary to elevate your professional presence and make it resonate with your audience. Let's begin this exciting journey to building a powerful and influential personal brand. Defining your personal brand identity is the foundational block of your branding journey. It is the core from which all other strategies and actions stem. What does it mean to identify your brand? It's about establishing who you are, what makes you unique, and ensuring that everything you do and say aligns with that identity. Now let's break down the process into practical steps. First, introspection is key. Ask yourself, what drives you? What are those bread and butter aspects of your life and work that define your unique stance in the industry? It could be a specialized skill, a particular way of solving problems, or a unique perspective on your field. When you have pinpointed these elements, it's crucial to translate them into a clear and memorable message. This message should be easily communicated through your elevator pitch, the bio on your social media profiles, and the about page on your website. It should reflect your mission, your values, and the distinctive benefits you bring to the table. Next, look at your visual identity, your logo, color scheme, and the overall design aesthetic associated with you and your brand. These should remain consistent across every platform. This visual consistency helps with recognition. When someone sees a certain color combination or design style, you want them to immediately associate it with you. Another essential aspect is your voice. Is it professional, friendly, authoritative, or a mix of these elements? Your voice should resonate through your written communications, be it in blog posts, tweets, or email newsletters. With a distinct voice, your audience will begin to develop a sense of familiarity with you, a key step in building trust. Your brand identity should also reflect in the kind of content you produce. This can mean creating content that's educational if you aim to be seen as an expert, inspiring if you're all about motivation, or even entertaining if that aligns with your personal brand. What's important is that every piece of content you put out into the world is a mirror of your brand's ethos. The content strategy extends to the topics you choose to cover. It's tempting to talk about everything under the sun to reach a wider audience, but a jack of all trades is a master of none. Focus on your niche and contribute rich, in-depth content that positions you as an authority. Lastly, consistency in how you present yourself is non-negotiable. Consistency builds recognition, which fosters trust, and trust is the currency in the economy of influence. Every interaction, whether online or offline, must contribute to building a coherent image of you and what you stand for. To summarize, identifying your brand identity means crystallizing your unique value proposition, maintaining a consistent visual and communicative style, and ensuring that all content and interactions are reflective of your core message. It's about creating a memorable and cohesive brand experience that will resonate with your audience across all platforms. Your story is like none other, and this distinctiveness is instrumental in constructing your personal brand. You must recognize that people connect with people, not just logos or brands. It's the human experience, the journey you've lived, that resonates deeply with those you aim to reach. Begin by reflecting on your path thus far. Ask yourself how you arrived at where you are today. What key moments have shaped you, your thinking, and your approach? Delve into these experiences and identify the lessons they've taught you. This introspection provides the framework for connecting with your audience on a more personal level. Once you have pinpointed these significant life and career events, weave them into a narrative that reflects your values, beliefs, and expertise. Your narrative should not simply be a resume of your accomplishments, but a cohesive story highlighting the hurdles you've faced and the milestones you've achieved. Share how your unique experiences have equipped you to offer solutions others might not see. For instance, if you're in the tech industry and you once struggled with learning complex programming languages, discuss this challenge. Explain the methods you created or discovered to master these skills, and how this perseverance has enriched your approach to teaching or creating tech solutions. Relatability is crucial. Your story should not only establish your credibility, but also be presented in a way that invites your audience to see themselves in your shoes. When they can relate to the challenges you've faced, your advice on overcoming similar obstacles becomes invaluable, and your expertise undeniable. Remember, though, that authenticity is key. Your audience can detect insincerity from miles away. Share your failures and vulnerabilities alongside your successes. When people see the real, unvarnished you, trust blossoms. This trust is the bedrock upon which your authority will stand and grow. It's also important to recognize that your story isn't static. It's ongoing, with new chapters written as you continue to learn and evolve, both professionally and personally. Keep your audience up to date with these developments. This not only reinforces your brand's credibility, but also demonstrates your commitment to growth, a trait most sought after in an industry expert. In integrating your personal journey into your brand, consider the platforms that allow for the most meaningful storytelling. Whether it's through blog posts that dive deep into your adventures, podcast interviews where you recount pivotal career moments, or inspirational talks where you keynote life lessons, the medium you choose should facilitate a genuine connection with your listeners or readers. Your personal story should serve as an undercurrent that informs and adds depth to all of your professional endeavors. Let it be the backdrop that gives context to your expertise, and your brand will not only have a voice but will also echo in the minds of your industry's audience. It's through embracing and sharing your unique story that your brand narrative gains strength, becoming both relatable and credible in the eyes of those who matter most. Engagement with your audience is not just about posting content and waiting for likes or follows. It's about making genuine connections, sparking conversations, and providing value that reinforces your expertise. Here are some practical strategies to help you engage effectively with your audience and cement your position as a thought leader in your industry. Firstly, know your audience. Understand their challenges, their interests, and what they value. This insight allows you to tailor your content and interactions to their specific needs and preferences, making each interaction more impactful. To truly engage, you need to listen as much as you speak. Monitor the conversations happening in your industry and participate actively. Comment on posts, answer questions, and contribute to discussions. Your aim should be to add value, provide insights, and offer unique perspectives that help others. One of the most powerful forms of engagement is content curation. Share content from other thought leaders or relevant sources with your own take on it. Not only does this show that you're well informed, but it also positions you as a go-to resource in your field. Regularly ask for feedback and encourage your audience to share their thoughts. This could be through polls, surveys, or direct questions in your posts. The feedback you receive is invaluable for understanding your audience better and for refining your approach to engagement. Networking is another key area. Connect with other professionals and influencers in your field. By building a network, you can cross-promote content, increase your reach, and gain more opportunities for engagement. Remember, networking is a two-way street, so always look for ways to provide support to others. Don't overlook the power of storytelling in your interactions. When responding to comments or engaging in discussions, share brief anecdotes or examples that illustrate your points. Stories are memorable and can make complex concepts relatable and understandable. Lastly, be consistent with your engagement. Set aside time daily or weekly to interact with your audience. Consistency helps in building a habit for your audience to seek your content and insights, which is essential for establishing thought leadership. Engaging doesn't have to be a chore or a one-sided affair. It's about building a community around your personal brand, where there's a constant exchange of value. It's this ongoing interaction that can transform you from a mere participant to an authority in your industry. Remember, engagement is the lifeline that connects your brand to your audience, making it a powerful tool in transitioning from having no following to becoming an industry leader. The journey towards being recognized as an expert doesn't end at your social media doorstep. It extends into the wider world of content and collaboration. Take podcasts, for instance. There's a plethora of them out there, covering nearly every topic under the sun. Being a guest on podcasts is a golden opportunity to project your voice and insights to a new audience. You're not just speaking to your base, but crossing into the territories of others. Find podcasts that align with your expertise and pitch yourself as a guest. But remember, value is the magic word here. Offer insights and stories that are beneficial to the listeners, not self-serving monologues. Then we have guest blogging, another avenue where your thoughts can take wing beyond your domain. By contributing to other influential blogs within your industry, you're extending your brand's reach. It's like a handshake with another brand, acquainting their readership with your expertise. The key is to contribute high-quality, informative content that solves problems or provides new perspectives. Now let's talk public speaking. Whether it's local trade events, national conferences, or virtual webinars, every speaking engagement is a staging area for your expertise. It thrusts you into the spotlight, and when executed well, it cements your standing as an authority. However, it's not just about standing on stage and reeling off facts. It's about connecting with your audience, understanding their needs, and offering your knowledge as the solution to their challenges. Remember, each podcast, guest blog, and speaking opportunity is your chance to not only impart knowledge, but to also weave the narrative of your personal brand into the collective consciousness of your industry. You're building bridges, not just for self-promotion, but for the exchange of ideas and the enrichment of your community. To recap, fandom isn't what you're after. You're reaching for respect, recognition, and ultimately, a reputation as someone who knows their stuff and knows how to share it. That respect doesn't come from standing still. It comes from being out there where the conversations are happening, where the problems are being discussed, and where the future is being shaped. Podcasts, guest blogging, public speaking, these are your mediums, your channels. Use them, master them, and watch as your invisible brand becomes an unmistakable landmark in the terrain of your industry. As we wrap up today's conversation, let's circle back to the core elements we've covered in building your personal brand. Remember, a strong personal brand begins with a clear definition of who you are and what you stand for. It's grounded in consistency, ensuring every piece of content aligns with your brand identity. Your story is a powerful tool. Use it to connect and build credibility with your audience. Be consistently present and engaging on the platforms where your audience is active to establish your thought leadership. And don't shy away from increasing your visibility through guest appearances or speaking engagements. Building a personal brand doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience as it unfolds over time. Strategy comes into play as you navigate through various platforms and opportunities, always aiming for coherence and impact. Authenticity is your compass. It guides you to be genuine, which resonates with your audience on a deeper level. Thank you for joining us today. Trust in the process, stay true to your brand, and watch as you transition from the background to a key player in your industry. Keep pushing, keep engaging, and stay tuned for more insights on the next episode.